A Course in Miracles. Lesson 126. All that I give is given to myself. Today's idea, completely alien to the ego and the thinking of the world, is crucial to the thought reversal that this course will bring about. If you believed this statement, there would be no problem in complete forgiveness, certainty of goal, and sure direction. You would understand the means by which salvation comes to you, and would not hesitate to use it now. Let us consider what you do believe in place of this idea. It seems to you that other people are apart from you, and able to behave in ways which have no bearing on your thoughts, nor yours on theirs. Therefore, your attitudes have no effect on them, and their appeals for help are not in any way related to your own. You further think that they can sin without affecting your perception of yourself, while you can judge their sin and yet remain apart from condemnation and at peace. When you forgive a sin, there is no gain to you directly. You give charity to one unworthy merely to point out that you are better on a higher plane than he whom you forgive. He has not earned your charitable tolerance, which you bestow on one unworthy of the gift, because his sins have lowered him beneath a true equality with you. He has no claim on your forgiveness. It holds out a gift to him, but hardly to yourself. Thus is forgiveness basically unsound, a charitable whim, benevolent yet undeserved, a gift bestowed at times, at other times withheld. Unmerited, withholding it is just, nor is it fair that you should suffer when it is withheld. The sin that you forgive is not your own. Someone apart from you committed it. And if you then are gracious unto him by giving him what he does not deserve, the gift is no more yours than was his sin. If this be true, forgiveness has no grounds on which to rest dependably and sure. It is an eccentricity in which you sometimes choose to give indulgently an undeserved reprieve. Yet it remains your right to let the sinner not escape the justified repayment for his sin. Think you the Lord of heaven would allow the world's salvation to depend on this? Would not his care for you be small indeed if your salvation rested on a whim? You do not understand forgiveness. As you see it, it is but a check upon overt attack without requiring correction in your mind. It cannot give you peace as you perceive it. It is not a means for your release from what you see in someone other than yourself. It has no power to restore your unity with him to your awareness. It is not what God intended it to be for you. Not having given him the gift he asks of you, you cannot recognize his gifts and think he has not given them to you. Yet would he ask you for a gift unless it was for you? Could he be satisfied with empty gestures and evaluate such petty gifts as worthy of his Son? Salvation is a better gift than this, and true forgiveness, as the means by which it is attained, must heal the mind that gives. For giving is receiving. What remains as unreceived has not been given, but what has been given must have been received. Today we try to understand the truth that giver and receiver are the same. You will need help to make this meaningful, because it is so alien to the thoughts to which you are accustomed. But the help you need is there. Give him your faith today, and ask him that he share your practicing in truth today. And if you only catch a tiny glimpse of the release that lies in the idea we practice for today, this is a day of glory for the world. Give 15 minutes twice today to the attempt to understand today's idea. It is the thought by which forgiveness takes its proper place in your priorities. It is the thought that will release your mind from every bar to what forgiveness means, and let you realize its worth to you. In silence, close your eyes upon the world that does not understand forgiveness, and seek sanctuary in the quiet place where thoughts are changed and false beliefs laid by. Repeat today's idea and ask for help in understanding what it really means. Be willing to be taught. Be glad to hear the voice of truth and healing speak to you, and you will understand the words he speaks and recognize he speaks your words to you. As often as you can, remind yourself you have a goal today, an aim which makes this day of special value to yourself and all your brothers. Do not let your mind forget this goal for long, but tell yourself, all that I give is given to myself. The help I need to learn that this is true is with me now, and I will trust in him. Then spend a quiet moment opening your mind to his correction and his love. If there's no other to forgive, what exactly are you giving? A Course in Miracles. Lesson 126. There is a quiet assumption buried beneath everything, that there is someone else out there, separate, acting, sinning, needing to be forgiven. And from that single idea, an entire world is built. A world where giving feels like sacrifice, where forgiveness feels like effort, where salvation feels uncertain. But today's idea dismantles that foundation completely. All that is given to the one who gives, which means the moment giving is understood, the entire structure of other people begins to collapse. Because giving only makes sense if there is somewhere else for it to go. And there isn't. This is why the idea feels alien. The ego survives on distance, on separation, on the belief that what happens out there has nothing to do with what is thought in here. It needs a gap between giver and receiver, between sin and forgiveness, between cause and effect. Without that gap, it disappears. So it invents a version of forgiveness that keeps the gap intact. Someone sins, someone else forgives, and the distance remains. I forgive you, but I remember what you did. I forgive you, but don't do it again. I forgive you, but I am still the one who had to rise above it. Do you see it? That is not forgiveness. That is judgment wearing a softer voice. And this is where the whim enters. Imagine a judge. Same crime, same evidence, same moment. One person stands before him and is pardoned. Another stands before him and is condemned. Not because anything changed, but because the judge felt different. One day he is merciful, the next day he is not. One moment he gives, the next moment he withholds. Not based on truth, but on impulse, on mood, on a passing wave of feeling. This is forgiveness on a whim. And if forgiveness works like this, then salvation is unstable. Because what is given can be taken back. What is extended can be withdrawn. What is received can be denied. And if that is true, peace has no foundation. Love has no certainty. Release has no guarantee. Everything depends on how the mind feels today. But truth does not fluctuate, and salvation cannot depend on something that changes. So this entire model must be wrong, because what is real does not come and go, and what is truly given cannot be withheld. Here is the correction. Forgiveness is not something done to another. It is not a response to sin. It is not a gift bestowed upon the unworthy, because there is no other to receive it. What is called sin is a thought. What is called judgment is a thought. What is called forgiveness is the correction of that thought, all within the same mind. Ideas do not leave their source. So when judgment is held, it is not out there, it is here. When forgiveness is given, it is not sent outward, it is accepted inward. This is why giving and receiving are the same, because there is only one place where anything occurs, one mind appearing as many. Watch it happen. The moment forgiveness is offered, the mind that gives it feels the release first. Not later, not somewhere else, right there, because it never left. So forgiveness is no longer selective, no longer conditional, no longer based on behavior, because it is not responding to what happened. It is recognizing that nothing real was affected. And this is why salvation becomes certain, because it no longer depends on what anyone does. It no longer depends on mood, on timing, on circumstance. It rests on what is true, and truth does not shift. To give is to accept. To forgive is to release the belief that anything occurred outside the mind. To receive is to recognize that nothing was ever lost. So the question returns, if there is no other to forgive, what exactly has been given? And who is there to receive it? If nothing left, nothing changed, and nothing real was ever affected, then what was forgiven and what was given, except the end of the belief that anything ever happened at all?